The AIBC pitch is back, and so is the stellar cast of judges that will choose this year's winner. Harmen Brenninkmeijer, Managing Partner, NYCE International Limited. Harmen Brenninkmeijer is a highly experienced serial entrepreneur, investor, and executive who has been an early adopter of new technologies ranging from the internet to mobile, and now blockchain technologies. Mariana Tavella, Legal Counsel, Ikigai Ventures. A first-class Cambridge graduate, Mariana passed the bar in both UK and Cyprus, has extensive experience in corporate and commercial transactions, working on venture capital investments, joint ventures, acquisitions, and startups, and is supporting Ikigai Ventures as a legal counsel. Celine Veloso, General Manager, Draper Startup House Manila. Celine Veloso is the General Manager of Draper Startup House Manila, with a mission to connect, inspire, and empower entrepreneurs. As a Web3 community builder, Celine, through Draper, hosts a monthly in-person event called Bitcoin, Beer, and Bit Stories, and an art and tech residency program called DSH Artist Collective. Anton Golub, Advisor and Venture Partner, Fullstack VC. Anton Golub is a venture partner at Fullstack VC, a strategic advisor at Pizar Swiss Asset DAO. He is a founder of FluffTech, a Swiss market maker, TrustSquare AG, a blockchain hub in Zurich, and LikeCorp, a crypto exchange. Adam Cukrowski, co-founder, Revenue Capital, and SkyRocket.trade. Adam Cukrowski is an investor in the cryptocurrency market since 2017. A founder of several projects such as Revenue Capital and SkyRocket.trade, an advisor of many projects in the blockchain industry, and he also specializes in projects tangentially related to trading and investment. Relena, CEO, Jumpstart Media. Relena is the Chief Executive Officer of Jumpstart Media Limited, a dynamic, innovative media company based in Hong Kong, with a focus on tech, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Prior to joining Jumpstart, Relena was in Latham and Watkins, serving as an interim COO of New York Silent Models LLC. Good luck to all participants, and let the pitches begin.
Okay. So now I would like to welcome to the stage our first pitch of today. This is Webmint, a company based in the USA, and it provides no-code tools that help brands create NFT-backed experiences for their customers. So Webmint, you have 3 minutes. Take it away.
Hi everyone, I'm Shard, co-founder and CEO of Webmint. Have you ever clicked on a promoted or sponsored content but didn't end up buying the product? Well, you're not alone. In fact, only 2% of people who click on these ads actually buy the product. Customers are becoming more ad resistant, resulting in low engagement sales. So brands need to come up with more creative ways to attract customers. That's where That's where Webmint comes in. Webmint is a dynamic NFT tool that helps brands create digital experiences that is more likely to capture people's attention and keep them engaged. So far, we've generated an early revenue of $850K USD from BTC clients, 200 users, and over 40 projects. For P2P, we're in active discussions with Ernst & Young, Lacoste, and the Walmart company. The market opportunity for Webmint is huge. We're targeting the top 0.5% of PVC brands with over 1 million sales, and that's about 200 brands. And if we can just close 31 deals, then we can generate 1 million in annual revenue. So this is how it works. Customers can purchase products from the brand to evolve their NFTs, just like Pokemon, where they can use it to access exclusive rewards or even access future events. This will keep them engaged and motivated to keep coming back for more. Our business model is a freemium plan with a usage-based pricing. we target an annual contract value of 33K in average. We're a team of experienced Web3 builders. We've generated over 4 million USD in revenue from our past Web3 ventures. We launched an NFT collection that became number 1 on OpenSea. Unlike our competitors, we focus on brands and target non-crypto consumers. We also focus on dynamic NFTs for gamification, and we are a true no-code, no SDKs, no APIs. We envision Webmint to become the future of NFTs for brands. We're currently raising 500K for 10% equity. I hope you can join and help us change the way brands interact with their customers. Once again, I'm Shari, COO and co-founder of Webmint. Thank you.
Thank you, Cherie. Thank you to Webmint. That was nice and speedy. Under 3 minutes. I didn't even need to cut you off, and we had a mic issue. So well done, Cherie. That was amazing. And now I'm going to open up to question time from our judges. Look at their faces. They're deliberating. They're thinking of questions for you guys. So what questions do we have, judges?
Maybe I can start, yeah. So first, big congratulations. I mean, this is what you achieved so far is amazing in terms of traction. I mean, what I see here, at least in what we received, you actually had a number 1 project on OpenSea. I guess that was last year when the volumes were sky high.
Yeah.
So my question is, how are you doing today? Are you going through the bear market, and mainly that the NFT volumes have gone down a lot? And also just my question is like, I kind of have a hard time distinguishing you between a consulting company and a tech company. So how do you position yourself? I kind of saw very briefly you kind of have a SaaS-like earning business model, but I kind of have a feeling you're going to a consultancy model which is not scalable, how I know it, yeah.
For the first question, since this is a bear market, this is the perfect time to build because based on the activity of Web3 developers, it becomes declining for the past few months and years, and meaning there's a less competition and that the next bull market is imminent. So this is the perfect time to build. For the second question, how do we position ourselves? We are actually a no-code platform wherein brands can create NFTs at the same time add gamification layer. That's what I shown earlier. Like turning boring NFTs to something like more engaging.
Yeah, so thank you. I mean, you didn't answer my first question. So how are you doing now? I know it's time to build. So volume-wise, client-wise, how it's going? And also wanted to ask you how much funding have you raised so far?
For the NFT collection, it's actually separate from this. So from the our NFT collection, we raised some funds. So we continued project. We delivered almost 99% of the roadmap. At the same time, we created a sustainable product for brands, which is Webmint.
Judges, any more questions from anyone? Adam, you're looking like you might have a question there for us.
Yeah. Can projects create pre-mint campaigns on your platform? And if yes, can projects create pre-mint campaigns?
Can projects create free mint campaigns?
Sorry?
Free mint.
Actually, yes. So on our freemium plan, they can easily create NFT collections easily. So if you want to price it 0 or 0.1 ETH, that's possible. But then if you want to improve or have a premium feature, then you have to upgrade to Pro Plan, which is the gamification layer. Gamification layer, which enables dynamic NFTs. So boring NFTs to dynamic NFTs.
So the dynamic NFT is kind of what sets you apart from a lot of your competitors?
Yep.
Well, is that what you would say is the number 1 thing? Can you explain a little bit more about that in regards to that?
I think the best way to visualize dynamic NFTs, for example, you can use it for ticketing for events or concerts. You can turn that, imagine if you can turn your boring QR code ticket into a rare photo of Taylor Swift after attending the event. So that's like a memento for the end user, and at the same time, since it's NFT, it could be tradable.
On your finance, I mean, 850,000. I like the question, that my colleague here on the panelist asked related to your consultancy and your SaaS. How much is, generated by SaaS? How much is generated by, let's say, other services?
Out from 850K, 350K comes from the SaaS. Actually, that comes from the freemium plan. We actually generated funds from the commission since it's free, but then the users created and sell those NFTs with a like say 0.5 hit, etc. So we generate commissions.
Oh, quick question. So I saw at the beginning of your presentation that you talked about your client base being mostly ETC brands. So I saw at the beginning of your presentation you talked about your clients being mostly DTC brands.
Yeah, that's what we're targeting. So basically, we started from NFT Launchpad, then we pivot. We want to focus on B2B, so we added gamification layer.
Sorry, what was the reason? What was the strategy behind this new switch?
We find it non-sustainable to focus on Web3 projects, and we find that more brands and more brands are entering the metaverse. So we wanted to take that opportunity.
Amazing. Any more question, judges? You've got 20 seconds, 15 seconds. Okay, I think we're done. A round of applause, please, for our first presentation from Webmint. Thank you. Anyone out in the audience, if you're investors, if you're looking at projects here today, please take a seat. This is our startup pitch. We are having incredible projects on this stage, so you do not want to miss out the opportunities to hear about them. Okay, our next act to the stage is the Howdy Studios. Coming from the Philippines, we have Nilsson. This is a cutting-edge platform that enables users to create, manage, and showcase linkable NFT badges. I don't think we have steps that way, so you might have to come up this way. But everyone, welcome to the stage, Howdy Studios. You have 3 minutes once you get to your podium. 3, 2, and 1.
Good afternoon, everyone. So in this room and across the globe, we're more connected more than ever. And as we spend more time online, our digital identities grow significantly, right? But what really is a digital identity? Is it simply an avatar, a username, or a collection of NFTs? Or can it be more? So at Howdy, we believe that digital identities are not just collections of individual NFTs. They are more than that. They are interconnected systems. They should be stories. They should be memories, right? And they are somehow badges of honor. And we noticed that the current market doesn't fully utilize this potential of digital identities or digital badges. They are limited in branding, and they really don't tell your story. Like, contrary to digital identities, right? And we saw these problems. And we saw an opportunity to revolutionize the way we perceive and use our digital identities through NFTs. And we bring you emblems. So with emblems, it's a cutting-edge platform that will allow you to create, manage, and showcase linkable NFTs that will provide you with a seamless experience of crafting, linking, and display unique digital badges. And with emblems, these are its sample use cases. Like, for example, you have your NFT. You are able to link all of your emblems or your digital badges to your NFT. And again, with emblems, your digital identity will own other NFTs. It's a way for projects to incentivize their holders and increase perceived value. It brings prestige, exclusivity, engagement, and brand loyalty. Imagine attending events, tracking achievements, recognizing ambassadors, all linked to your digital identity, to your NFT, through our emblems. It's the future of digital interaction. So for the process, it's fairly simple. As a founder or as a builder, and even as a business, you have 2 simple steps. One is to pay and deploy your emblems collection through our no-code app. And second one is just to whitelist the addresses of your community members. And then that's it for the founders. For the community members or your holders, you just have to mint and link their emblems to their NFTs. And that's it. That's pretty simple.
And recently, one of our achievements is we won the. It was we won the Polygon Epic Hackathon.
That is time up. But don't worry, we have our questions from the judges. So let's hope that they answer all of the rest of the PowerPoint that you had there. I'm sure they can predict what was coming next anyway. So judges, what questions do we have for Howdy Studios?
What's your market traction at the moment, and how many users do you have?
How many users do you have
Market traction.
and market cap? What's your market cap and how many users do you have?
Market traction. Market traction.
Market traction, sorry.
Yeah, currently this is a fairly fresh idea. This was just built since May this year. So we're still building. Actually, the MVP is done. And we have already talked with 3 Polygon NFT communities, and we have verified that this very idea is really needed in the NFT ecosystem. At least in their very communities. So currently we have 0 traction because we're still building the MVP, but the idea is already proven and it can be achieved. It's achievable.
So how do you plan on doing this proof of concept? Me being deeply entrenched in the NFT community, how do you plan on marketing this and accessing those communities? What is your plan of being able to get that traction with the competition with this, which is POAP, which isn't really competition, but how do you plan on doing that?
Yeah, currently we're just talking to because we initially started to, or we're planning to initially target Polygon communities because that's where we're building. And currently we have connections on the Polygon NFT ecosystems, like the founders, the builders in the Polygon NFT ecosystem. And once we get traction at their network, we're actually planning to go multi-chain, and that's where we're headed. Because we believe that, again, digital identities are not just in one chain, and digital identities can be in many different chains. It can be a multi-chain, so that's where we're headed.
Relena?
I understand that you don't have any traction yet, but I do see that you've already priced your product at 2,500 for each white label. Did you do any research on this? And if so, how do you compare to what some of your competitors?
So your pricing, how do you compare to your competitors and how did you establish your pricing?
Yeah. Currently, I think the closest one for the pricing will be POAPs, which will be one of our competitors, which is not really a direct competitor, right? Because we are linkable NFTs. But in terms of pricing, we are actually much lower than them. For the pricing, we are doing it per NFT collection, like POAPs, and it's around, I think, how much is the pricing? We will, it will entirely depend on how many supplies the emblems collections will be. Like, for example, for 1,000 emblems collection, it will just most likely cost you around $100 at most for at least 1,000 emblems collection.
So just one follow-up question to that. If you're pricing yourself lower than your competitors, how are you able to get that lower cost in order to provide a lower, to bring a lower cost to your clients?
Yeah, because there's the main cost for running the entire operations or the entire project is just the node that we will be using for the graph protocol, which is in the back-end technology. But in most cases, we don't have that much costings in terms of development because once the system is running, it's there. There's not much cost in it's mostly will be in marketing and maintenance of the services that we have right now. But yeah.
Okay, I will continue on this question. So if you are so much cheaper, why aren't you winning all the deals? So why aren't you out competing your competitors if you're so much cheaper? So what's happening? Like, why aren't you getting traction if you're, I assume, better than them, that's what you're claiming, and cheaper than them? And kind of it goes in the direction of, I kind of feel it's a solution looking for a problem and not really kind of seeing how the validation, comes into play here, that this is a sustainable business model. So why aren't you, making a lot of money and winning a lot of clients if you're cheaper and better?
Yeah, as I've said earlier, we just finished the MVP and just really recently because we are the idea is fairly new and we had to pave the way on how we will fix the UI UX side of things because that's what this space really lacks right now, UI and UX. How we will make it for the user to be really.
That is time up. Thank you so much, Howdy Studios. It's been so interesting to hear your pitch. Thanks to the judges for their amazing questions. And it's now time for another pitch. Like I said before, anyone that's in the audience that's interested in investing, hearing about new projects in the space, you're going to want to take a seat because you're not going to want to miss out. We have 4 more projects for you this afternoon. So the next one is Beosin Technologies, and this is coming from Singapore, represented by Ryan Lum. This provides smart contracts and blockchain audit services to support all chains. So 3, 2, 1 second, we need to get a microphone.
Can everybody again?
Do we hear that? Yeah? Okay. Let's get back to 3, 2, 1.
Hi, today I'm representing Beosin. So essentially we are a Web3 security company that specializes in audit and AML matters. So yeah. So as I was saying, we specialize in audit and AML matters. So subsequent slide is gonna be talking about a little bit of the case studies that we found and what we research with regards to the issues that we found over the Web3 industry. So over 3 billion of funds that has been actually hacked, and most of them are from the LeapFi projects. And 13 million has got to do with money laundering. So in this actual fact that there's a lot of issues when it comes to Web3 security, and that's why we are here to actually solve that issue. So something about Beosin, we started in 2018. And these are just some of the stats. We have audited over 3,000 projects, and we are working with over 2,000 companies. Under us, we have over 1 million in ecosystem users and 1 billion in terms of labeled addresses. So for labeled addresses, that constitutes the portion of our AML where we are able to sift out what are the addresses that are sanctioned, or whether if they are a scammer project or wallet. So we have protected over $500 billion in terms of crypto assets, and we have 40 over technology patents. So we have actually PhD holders that are here to helm the entire technology team. So we have over 180 tech staff. So quickly moving forward, we have these 3 products. The VAST product, which is our audit, our Eagle Eye, which is 24/7 KYT on-chain monitoring, and our KYT, which is our tracing. So under the behest of the Japanese financial institute, we have actually audited over 85% of all listed projects in Japan. Eagle Eye is a 24/7 on-chain monitoring, and essentially it leads up to the point where we inform our users, letting them know that there's an attack that occurs right that very second. KYC is something that we do provide as a service because we feel that it goes in line with our KYT product. So that's
okay, that is time up. It's time for questions from the judges. So, judges, what questions do we have for Beosin?
I don't even know where to start, because you state that you have 200 people, but you started in June. You have 200 people, but you started in June.
You have 200 people, but you only started in June. People, But you only started in June.
No. We started in 2018.
Oh, no problem. Okay, you started 2018, so you're not really a startup. I think you are solving a really essential part of, let's say, it is a big problem. That's very clear. How do you monetize, let's say, since that time? You have 200 people. Number one, are you profitable? Number two, what is your monetization model? And then number three, how do you see the upward trend as a company where you're going to grow into with already having 200 people?
So, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, first, I monetize it with the audit, with smart contract audit by the Web3 projects. That's one of our monitor, or rather, one of our revenue generation method. The other is through the subscription model, which is our KYT portion. So these are the two methods that we receive funds from or receive an income.
You're profitable?
Yes.
Okay, I have a question then. I am like, this is a very necessary product, and it'll be the next boom is Web3 security. I mean, we see projects getting hacked left and right. This is essential, that's clear. So this is a problem that needs to be solved. You're an all-in-one solution instead of just focusing on certain areas. What I'm really concerned with is how do you compete with things like Certic, Hacken, and Chainalysis that deploy all of their resources to this? How do you see yourself in that competitive edge?
So we realized that during the bear market that we have got to band together. So as a matter of fact, I do work with my competitors to actually come up with some positive solutions in order to package it, whether it is as a product or whether it is as a education background where we can kind of outreach to the masses. So so that's how we kind of then try to work together to survive the bear market before the bull market, and then we kind of just run on our own.
And what's your pricing compared to some of those other solutions?
Okay, so we will be somewhere in the middle between the cheapest one and the most expensive one. Yep.
Relena, any questions from you or Adam?
So I'll just make a comment. Big congratulations. I mean, you're a well-known company, so, this is amazing. Have nothing to comment. I just want to comment on your pitch, In the pitch, you had such small text. A lot of it, I could not read it. I mean, this was not really suitable, and that's the only thing I can say, that I was surprised that, your pitch deck was just unreadable for anyone. So, but congratulations, you're a well-known company, so, amazing.
Are you the only one providing an all-in-one solution? Because most of them focus on certain things like just smart contract audits.
Yes. Okay. So there's a lot of aspect when it comes to the audit portion. So there are the POR, the proof of reserve portion. That is also constitutes as an audit. Right now, we have not upgraded our service towards that direction yet. So if you're saying do we cover every aspect of audit? Not yet, but we're working towards it, which is why I mentioned we have to band together with my frenemies or my competitors.
I guess just one quick question. Why you? Why your service as opposed to these other services that are already existing now on the market?
So we have over 180 tech staff where we are also doing our own research where we can update ourselves with what's happening on the market. So for us, we are really updated when it comes to security, and so we are there.
Okay, great. One of the things that caught my eye is your list of investors that you guys have. It looks like you guys have a number of great investors that could work with you guys. So I would like to know, what kind of partnership have you done with your investors other than just taking financial help from them?
So we are fortunate that we are actually, the current office that we are in is one of our investors. So this is one of the aspects where we kind of host the events, or whether if you host our potential clients, we are able to get them over. Subsequent, the others will be outreach. For example, if they are going to do any events, we'll be there to actually support them. So this is just...
Okay, that is time up. So sorry. We've had all our questions from our judges. So thank you so much. Round of applause for our audience, please. That was Beosin. Thank you. And that definitely is my advice to anyone pitching. Please make sure to excite our audience, excite our judges, because they are in charge of choosing who the winner of this amazing trophy is. This is the AIBC Startup Pitch Awards 2023. And we're going to move on to our next startup. This is LeapFi, coming all the way from Taiwan. Jack Chen is here to explain how LeapFi is striving to be a gateway to DeFi, allowing easy access to applying investment strategies. So please come join me on stage, LeapFi. Yeah, a round of applause, audience. Come on, yeah, let's get some energy in this room.
Hi, can everyone hear me? Okay, great. Looks like the timer's counting already. So good afternoon, it's a pleasure to be here. My name is Jack, and we are the LeapFi team. We are currently building a project on decentralized finance. We're a very young team that is only 4 months old, with financial background and trading background, with hedge fund management experiences. And we want to bring this kind of trading knowledge, professional skill set, to the market to decentralize finance for the public to use. LeapFi strives to become a gateway to DeFi to enable easier access to applying investment strategies in decentralized finance. To achieve this, I want to show you Derivio, our derivative platform. This is actually a huge milestone for us yesterday because we just launched this platform yesterday. And it's very nice to be here because we only started building this project since 4 months ago, and it's very exciting. So this platform is for providing investment strategies with calculated return through simplified actions. Please follow us on Twitter to receive invitation, join on Telegram in order to get early access to this platform. So let me talk about decentralized finance. It is a very exciting scene because you are able to invest in different methods that is unique to decentralized finance. Like you can provide liquidity to generate returns, stake in ETH to do so. Imagine if you could get all of these positions into one single platform, and that is what Derivio is doing. We want to provide this in a way with 4 main aspects: simplified actions, calculated returns, easy to understand, and the ability to combine these positions together and create new advanced strategies, similar to hedge fund managing. So what we do in Trading Simplified is very simple. Through automating most processes and also giving users information integrated in one single platform, we are able for them to invest in a single click. Now, in order to give easier access to investment, we believe that understandability and clarity is extremely important. So we want to reform all these DeFi investment methods into very easy to understand profit and loss curves, including features. And what's most exciting is that we'll be bringing 10 of these strategies, all based on underlying protocols such as Uniswap, liquidity providing, GMX, and Curve. What's the best part about this is that we are able to combine and create. Through combining these different positions, we are able to create flexible solutions for people to adjust to the market condition as well as the different types of strategies you are wishing to invest. This will provide equality for everyone to use. And this is the type of project we want to bring to everyone in DeFi. Thank you.
Perfect timing, LeapFi. That was amazing. And it was great that you actually pitched to our audience as well to sign up to your app. So that was also amazing. Now it's time for our judges to ask you some amazing questions. So judges, who would like to go first?
When project will be live in mainnet?
In Miner?
Mainnet.
Mainnet?
Mainnet blockchain.
Mainnet? Team?
Mainnet.
Mainnet
Not
blockchain.
testnet in the mainnet.
Mainnet?
Mainnet.
Oh, currently it's on the testnet.
Okay, but when will be ready in mainnet?
Okay, so we are currently building on an Arbitron fork for the testnet alpha. In the future, we'll be launching onto Arbitron.
Your B2C? Your B2C? You're gonna try to, reach directly to...
We are currently in B2C phase. This product is built for customers and also businesses in the future. In the future, we want to connect with enterprises for them to be able to use our platform as services to create their own hedge funds in decentralized finance.
And at the moment, it's a SaaS model?
Yes, it will be, at the moment it is a SaaS model, yes. And in the future as a PaaS model.
Okay. What are your first year's forecast?
Our first TAs are towards professional traders who already have trading experiences on DeFi. They already know how to use DeFi investments, but they need a tool in order to get all these DeFi positions and manage their portfolio all at once. Instead of jumping to different protocols, managing all their assets without the ability to combine them together.
But how much are you predicting for the first year? Turnover prediction.
Actually, this derivative platform is completely free to use. We do not have any fees for this derivative platform. Our business model comes later, where we provide vaults, similar to hedge fund asset management. And these vaults will be the main revenue that will be generated. So we will be collecting management fees, and we will also provide users with a share cut of our vault if they have our token, and they can decide which vault they want to believe in that will make the most returns. Does that answer your question?
It answers it, but it doesn't answer what you're pitching, because right now you're pitching one product, but actually the next product is what's going to make the money.
Exactly. Right now we are pitching LeapFi as a whole, but our first phase product is Derivio.
I think it's a really cool, ambitious product. I think it's making it more, it's easier and accessible because DeFi is a very kind of like difficult world to navigate. I saw you have features like auto stop loss, auto break even.
Yes.
Helping people understand. I mean, most people don't even understand what impermanent loss really is.
Exactly.
So it's really making DeFi easier for, you said that you're targeting advanced traders, right? But really what this seems to me to be is something for more users that want to make it more simple to understand.
Exactly. That is our second part of our target audience, because we understand that this product is very high level and skilled. For people who are advanced traders, they can understand our product easily. But we will need their knowledge to spread the word for public people to say, hey, this thing is really working, but you don't need our knowledge anymore. You can do this yourself.
So you're going to have some kind of affiliate program to get them to spread the word, the advanced traders, to the beginners who are having trouble with all of these difficult concepts to grasp.
Correct. This is also part of our marketing strategy, where we provide education as the most key part. Because this is actually similar to option trading, where you can combine different kinds of trading strategy together to face markets rather than just going long and short. You can trade volatility. You can trade all kinds of things on DeFi. And that is what we want to offer to these kind of newbie traders by providing them guidance and education.
Yeah, so I think it's a very interesting project. I come from a hedge fund background, so I find this very interesting. But I will just comment on the business model. I think you should really drop the B2C model. You should focus only on hedge funds and prop traders and market makers. And what you need to add here is execution. Because without execution, you will not have engagement. Because, you know, as a hedge fund trader, just me looking at a graph, but I cannot execute my trades through you, because this is actually what you offer, that I see a portfolio management overview. What am I doing? So I think like the business model is off. I think it's just my private opinion, but I think a valid one. And you need to execution here to make this sustainable, and do a B2B SaaS model for this. So this is my comment.
Thank you very much for the advice. And we've heard a lot of similar feedbacks, and that is definitely in our considerations right now too.
I know you guys have just started, so tell me a little bit more about your plan before you become revenue generating. How long do you guys need, and how much cash do you guys need to burn before you become revenue generating?
Right. So right now we will be launching our app on mainnet before the end of this year, and then we will straight jump into Vault Beta, where we actually generate income. So it's actually not far off.
Okay, and that is the end of our questions. Thank you so much, LeapFi. A round of applause for LeapFi. And I'm also going to say that anyone that is pitching on this stage, please make sure to reach out to our judges, because I'm sure that they're going to have some incredible feedback. And that's what we all want to do here today. We're all learning in this space to create a better technological space. So we have our next pitch coming up. This is from Skyshare Labs, and this is John, who is from the Philippines and is here to explain Quikraven.io, helping to improve connectivity between different networks. So take it away.
All right. My name is John Lawrence K. Watt, and we are Quikraven. We enable cross-chain swap from any network to any token from any network in just one click. But first, let me tell you a story about Kevin. He wants to buy an NFT on the ETH network, but his crypto is on the Polygon network. So here are the steps he needs to take to buy that NFT. First, he goes to a decentralized exchange and make a swap from token A to token B. Then he goes to a bridge and make a swap from network B to network C. And finally, he goes to a decentralized exchange again and make the final swap from token C to token D. And that's a long process and a lot of time wasted. But we have another problem. If Kevin chooses the wrong network, bridge, and decentralized exchange combination, he can get overcharged in transaction fees exceeding 20%. His initial $80 fees can go up to $100 and even $110. And that's a lot of money wasted. But we have a solution. Let me show you how it works. This is Quick Raven. To use it, you just need to first select your origin network and destination network. Then select your origin token and destination token. Then swap it. Quick Raven saves you time by making those 3 long transactions into one single transaction. Additionally, it saves you money by providing the best routes and the lowest transaction fees available in the market. As of 2022, there was $41 trillion in cryptocurrency trading volume worldwide, which $1.4 trillion was just made on the decentralized exchange. So, we targeted a substantial amount of that volume as our market share. Our main source of revenue is the 0.1% flat transaction fee on our platform. Additionally, we have a positive slippage revenue model if we outperform the market and 15% revenue sharing model for our public APIs. We are aiming to generate $14 million in a span of 1 to 3 years time frame. Among all of our competitors, only Quick Raven has the lowest transaction fees, unlimited token swaps, and multi-chain swaps. And we are also one of the few that will support EVM to non-EVM compatible network swaps. So you can now swap from Solana to Binance Chain or even Bitcoin to Binance Chain in just one click on-chain. As a team of crypto enthusiasts and Web3 builders, we've been in this space for 8 years and building Web3 products for 3 years. And we just started joining Hackathon this May of 2023, and we've claimed 3 victories in both locally and internationally major blockchain hackathons. And again, we are Quick Raven. We enable cross-chain swaps from any token to any network in just one click. Thank you.
Wow, a round of applause for Quick Raven. That was an amazing presentation. Thank you so much for that. So I reckon our judges are going to have plenty of questions after that one. Who would like to go first? Relena, would you like to go first? I feel like you're always at the end trying to catch up and not having enough time. So if you have a question, go for it.
I want to ask, actually, I see that you have a flat fee of 0.1%. How do you compare to your competitors?
True competitors, they offer 0.3% flat transaction fee, and other platforms will usually charge more. So we are the very, we have a very competitive
You're the
rates.
cheapest option. But how are you able to offer a lower cost than your other competitors?
Because the burn rate or the cost to operate this system is actually very low. So we're just creating revenue out of thin air just by offering that flat transaction fee of 0.1%.
Sorry, so is your cost lower than your competitors' cost so that you're able to offer a lower price?
Yes, it's lower price, but still we are making money since the burn rate for this or the operating cost to run this project is very, very low.
But how is your operating cost lower than your competitors? How do you keep it lower than your competitors?
Because by offering these rates is just based on the projects. You can set up your rates. So basically, you can offer this for free. You can make this for free. But yeah, it's actually dependent on the project on how they will offer the rates. So yeah, it's just based on the project. There's no operating cost behind this tech.
I'm impressed with your presentation. I'm impressed with the points that you hit. I think the case is very clear. I think the problem is really one that has been well defined in order then to find a solution to it. So that are all the good sides. You've been at it for 2 years. You're bootstrapping your company. It looks like, right? Because you have 4 people.
Yes, we have 4 people.
And, as a result. So how are you going to compete against the guys that are your competitors that have many more people, much more of a structure? What is effectively your way to market in order to gain traction?
Okay, so among all of our competitors, only us offer EVM to non-EVM compatible cross-chain swaps. So for my example, let's say Pancake Swap, they only offer a BNB chain, or OpenOcean, they only offer Binance Chain, Ethereum, all EVM. So we are one of the few, or one of the first to offer EVM to non-EVM. So for example, Solana, which uses Rust language, and for Ethereum that uses Solidity language, we maximize that, and we see that gap to target as a very competitive advantage among all of our competitors. Go ahead, Will.
Megan? I think it's a really cool product too. I think interoperability in crypto is everything. I mean, if any of you have tried to swap things out and bridge things, it's a pain. It's so hard. But what I'm concerned with is the security part, because in the bridges, a lot of times things go wrong. I mean, like you're offering a much lower fee, and that's awesome. And I'm also really impressed by the product. I think it's super cool. But how will you handle issues like that?
Okay, so that's one of the problem that our product is actually solving. So we don't hold any customer funds since we aggregate from all of the bridges available in the network. So we have the deepest liquidity, and also all of the DEXs available on all networks. We aggregate those. So basically, for security, we don't handle any customer funds. We are just the middleware of it. So when it comes, there's a hacking incident, we are not going to be part of it since we don't hold any customers' funds or actual liquidity. So we're just aggregating from various platforms. And yes, I think that's the question. I answer for that question.
Awesome. Yes. So also a big congratulations. I think it's an awesome idea, awesome project. First, just to say based on what you showed us, your economics and business model sucks. You cannot show to venture capital investors saying that you might earn 14 million in 3 years. So you need to pump up those numbers. And I think that this comes from the fact that you're bridging EVM, non-EVM. So you need to attack the EVM market actually fully. So in that context, I think also your business model, like how you want to approach it, I think you should focus on wallet providers. So you should partner up with MetaMask. You should partner up with Coinbase, with a wallet. You should partner up with custodians like Fireblocks and Copper, because they have the client base and you can just be the infrastructure provider for them. So this is my question, like what's your go-to-market strategy? And you have to attack the EVM market fully, EVM to EVM, because otherwise your business model is just not venture.
Yeah.
Right?
So for our business model, it's actually B2B and also B2C, since it's open for everyone as a customer. And also we want to partner with the major marketplaces and also gambling sites, you can say. So basically, if the usual gambling sites only accept USDT, right? So when they use our Quick Raven, they can accept any token from any network by just using our tech. So yeah, it's very open to B2C and B2B. And as for our partnership, we are already in talk with several networks that want to support that strategic partnership.
That is time up. Thank you for the amazing questions, judges. Adam, I promise we'll get you in a question in next time. So please, a huge round of applause for Skyshare Labs / QuakeRaven.io. Emmanuel Lorenzo Bonuan welcoming us to Tunis XR, an innovative app combining augmented reality with rich mythology.
So hi everyone, I am El from XOVOX Labs, where we educate, onboard, and build. So we're a studio that creates games and experiences on top of metaverse platforms like the Sandbox, OVR, and Zepeda, Skill. New services that further the metaverse for brand audience interactions. Skip. Did it skip that? We're partnered with these guys, and we turn the metaverse into a creative playhouse. Skip. And we work with these guys to create use cases for metaverse tech to bring them to reality. All right, for the past minute or so, I've been skipping slides like there were ads. In real life, ads are everywhere. More so digitally. As users, we hate ads. They're intrusive, repetitive, and worse, they interrupt us from consuming content. In the attention economy, your attention is the currency. Brands pay ad agencies to market their products. Consumers sees it and potentially buys their product, and it's a numbers game. But with the generated content from users, competition for your attention is at an all-time high. I'm not here to sell the metaverse. No, but I do want to present a gamified solution.
We're here at Startup Pitch.
We're developing Tulos XR. It's an XR native IP with one mission alone: to use the metaverse tech to create immersive experiences and enduring brand audience interactions. I'm not here to lie that we're early in the metaverse. We're not. But the metaverse isn't just one thing. It's all these things put together: XR, AI, blockchain, and many more. A culmination decades in the making. The Filipino people, I believe, are primed to be natives in this space. Considered gamers, the texting capital of the world, we are consumers, players, and content creators. Now, the whales are moving. Big tech with their skin in the game. Apple's Vision Pro, Google's geospatial advancements, and we're at a tipping point. Just like how the iPhone revolutionized mobile computing, the Vision Pro next year will revolutionize spatial computing. As a Filipino gaming studio, we want to educate, onboard, and build using XR. So for this, we want to join you on another journey. We're building Tools XR, the first step to the app. Think Pokemon Go, but for brands and IPs. Going back to advertising, loyalty and retention is a huge factor in everyone's budget. Loyalty cards, coupons are a big industry. And think about turning that into a campaign. The game is the ad. We aim to immerse players in an AR world where they can get incentivized for their engagement. Instead of Pikachu spawning, you get to have a voucher from Jollibee.
That is the time up. Okay, thank you so much to XOVOX. I think that's how we say it.
It's XOVOX Labs.
How do I say it?
XOVOX Labs.
XOVOX Labs. There you go. I learn something new every day. Okay, so judges, any questions for XOVOX Labs?
How many projects did you realize for this metaverse?
I'll work with different projects in the brand's ecosystem of the Sandbox and ODR. So our count right now is over 13 projects spanning from different studios, from Landbox, Mobler, and XOVOX Labs itself.
What did you do with them? Did you work with them on the broad things you're pitching us here, or is it something else?
We did it as a service, and we created their platform games using game assets and game logic that we designed ourselves.
Yeah, but it was not what you mentioned here, this augmented reality.
We're pivoting towards XR, so we're starting with augmented reality for this IP that we're developing. It's something that we're keen towards developing and doing R&D for a couple of months now.
It feels a bit like you want to be a few things to a number of people. It feels a bit like it's unclear to me what your vision is, where you are today, where you want to be tomorrow, and how you're going to grow, how you're going to have that linear growth. And where is that real focus? Because from a business model, from the monetization side, from the financial side, very, nothing is clear, to be honest, in your presentation.
Okay, so sorry for that. I'm saying so. I had to read the slides. Anyways, we're expanding our network of partners to develop these XR IP, and we connect them all together into this one game that is an app for interacting with our audiences like Pokemon Go, but for brands and IPs. So basically, we're trying to funnel all of our partners into one thing and then have their IP inside our own game.
It's very, very challenging, I should say, or very... we're putting a lot of, emphasis on something that I think is relatively hard to achieve on a larger scale.
Well, basically, we've worked with all of these IPs and brands already, building games for them in the metaverse, and there's this trust that we can get from all of these partners to bring their brands into like an interoperable ecosystem that they can be interacting with their audience. Basically, loyalty cards, but digitally created, so that the revenue from the cost of the logistics for creating all these coupons, these discount vouchers, are converted into a campaign in the game itself.
Here. So it's a side thing.
Are you guys revenue generating already?
We generated our revenue for the past few months using projects in XR and metaverse building. So right now we're developing this as our own IP.
So basically you're taking your relationships that you've already established trust with those brands and kind of bridging them over to the next iteration.
Exactly. We're banking on the XR tipping point where the Vision Pro next year is opening up their ecosystem for developers to come in. Also, Niantic is developing this ARDK called Lightship, and we're partnering up with that ecosystem to build the game itself over the real world.
So the revenue that you talk about, is that from prior to the pivot or post-pivot?
Sorry?
The revenue that you generated, is that prior to your pivot or post-pivot?
Prior to the...
Prior. So you actually haven't generated revenue post-pivot, but you're looking to leverage your relationships and your track record for prior.
Exactly.
For a new business. Okay.
Any more questions from our judges? Okay, I think we're all good on that. So it's now time for the votes to be counted. So judges, put your numbers together, make sure you're happy with all of your votes. Thank you so much. That was amazing. A round of applause, please, everyone. Yeah, I've really enjoyed hosting this on stage. It's been amazing because it's really interesting to see the diverse businesses that are out there that are obviously trying to raise funds, trying to do something different within the community. And there really is so much potential in this space. So taking the advice of the judges and really understanding how you can pitch your business better is so important. You can't create an amazing business without being able to pitch it to the right investors, to your customers. You need to know your business and know why you believe it should be successful. So that's what I always see in this industry is if you can't pitch your business, it's just an idea because you're never going to take it anywhere because no one understands what exactly you want to do. So we really do appreciate having all the startups here. It has been amazing. As I said before, we also did the same in Dubai and the quality was amazing, but I think we really have seen some incredible Asian businesses. So thank you for being here. And to our amazing judges. Let's get a round of applause for our judges, everyone. We really do appreciate it. The votes have already been counted. That was speedy. Amazing. Okay, well, it's time to announce the winner of our amazing trophy. Perfect. So, the winner of our AIBC Startup Award 2023 is Beosin Technologies. So please come to the stage. I see some surprise faces there. Wow. Well done, guys. Okay. I'm not sure I can even pick up this trophy. I promise you it is extremely heavy. So why not pick up the trophy? Amazing. Another round of applause. Thank you for Beosin Technology.